Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about something that's very disturbing that the government is doing with your money, and it involves your medical records. In fact, it involves everybody's medical records who receives medical treatment in the United States. Basically, this last week I've been auditing several computer networks for medical doctors. In fact, I audited a network that consisted of 15 medical doctors in one practice. And I just got astounded by how many of these medical doctors were asking me about this letter they received from the federal government. And basically what this letter said is that the federal government will pay them $40,000 to be the first to sign up with this new EMR-run database that the government will have control over. And EMR means electronic medical records. And what the government's going to do is pay each one of these MDs 40 grand of your money, and they sign up with a government-approved EMR software package, and such as like NextGen or something like that. And these packages are insanely detailed about your medical records and medical history, and it ties all into people's social security numbers and addresses and relationships, such as like with your parents or with your siblings. And everybody's medical history is going on this database, and it's so detailed down to the milligrams of the aspirin you take, what brand of vitamin that you take, and the government is going to have all control over this medical database. And these doctors, they're being compensated with your money to be the first to sign up with this thing. But here's the catchy part. If they don't sign up with this thing within 5 years, medical doctors will not be able to receive any Medicare or Medicaid patients. And if you're not familiar with the medical industry, that's over 70+% of the medical industry is Medicare and Medicaid. And it's insanely scary to me because I saw how detailed these were. I saw this next-gen software and how incredibly picky it was. It just so detailed it was on people's lives, even down to the food you eat and how many times you eat fast food. It was insane. And these doctors, they're kind of, I guess in a way, creeped out about it, but their attitude is like, what are you going to do about it? I got to have my patients. I got to have, all my Medicare people anyway, and they're offering good money for me to just sign up and convert my computers over to it. But I'm going to tell you something that's going on, which being in the, I guess, professional hacker industry has really made me more aware of. I guess that's the best way to put it, made me more aware of. Basically, I feel these insurance companies, they're going to be requiring people to sign away their HIPAA rights. If you're not familiar with HIPAA, it's a program where a doctor or any doctor's staff cannot even talk out loud during a patient's exam so that anybody else can hear it. It's it keeps everybody hush-hush. But this government database, when the federal government has control over this database, these insurance companies, I guarantee you, are going to want access to this thing, and I guarantee you they'll get you to sign away your HIPAA privileges in order to pick up insurance. And basically what that means is they're going to have access to all of your medical records, these insurance companies. So when you hear Obama sitting here talking about how wonderful Obamacare is, that they can't reject anybody with pre-existing conditions, that's just a bunch of crap. Because, well, no, it's not a bunch of crap. They won't reject you for pre-existing conditions, but they could reject you for not signing away your HIPAA rights to join on with these insurance companies. That's something they're not explaining to you. And what that means is these insurance companies are going to have your entire medical record database. And this is basically scaring the crap out of me because I see the footprints for eugenics all over this thing, guys. It's really only a matter of time that they start keeping track records of families and who's the best workers and most healthy people and that has the healthiest gene line. And I think it's completely criminal what's going on, that they could use our own money to be bribing doctors to sell out our medical rights. And it's a scary world that we live in that this is happening. I could totally see when the economic collapse happens that so many of these people who rely on Medicare and Medicaid dying off because there's simply not going to be any benefits when the dollar collapses. And basically, out of this new world order that's coming, this new medical world order that's coming, is going to be based on eugenics. I could completely see it, and they're going to This is my opinion. I can totally see this coming, guys. It's a nightmare. It scares the hell out of me that they're going to have so many pieces of your medical history. That's too much power in one central location, and they could easily. I mean, I guess the way I see it is that in the future, it's kind of like when during the slave trade, when they'd go and look at the slave's teeth and they'd know who was healthy and who was not. Kind of like a Gattaca sort of environment. I feel that's their ideal scenario, knowing who's the best and most healthy workers to be out there. So anyway, I thought I'd alert you to that. This medical record database is very, very detailed. They have every piece of information about you if you ever go in for medical treatment. And I can assure you, even on my deathbed, I will never go to a doctor's office again except to fix their networks or audit their networks. And that's it. I'm never going to receive treatment again. I don't care if I have a heart attack tomorrow. It's just the way it is. I'm kind of a natural medicine guru anyway, so I don't believe in the regular medical system. But that's despite the fact this database is very scary. I'm just alerting you to these facts. It's something I heard with my own ears and saw with my own eyes. I saw the next-gen software and I heard all these doctors talking about it. I saw the letter. It's a real deal going on. Please use Google, research what I'm telling you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.